I can't believe I did that. I am so stupid. I don't know what I was thinking.
Good morning, my front wall skids. Spurs fans, Tottenham fans. I think you got right to moan this morning. Wow. This is getting stupid. The mistakes that were made in that football game were nearly as bad as the mistakes of appointing Thomas Frank as our manager. I've tried to get behind him. Months and months and months I've tried to get behind him. My brother keeps telling me, just stick with it, just be positive. And I'm not succumbing to that idea now of being positive for the manager. The players, yeah, I get behind them. But the manager, no, that was something special, wasn't it, yesterday? Maybe it is the case of we have got mediocre players and they've been fighting above their weight, some of them, like Poro. You know what I mean? But what does it say when you got Bergvall has got more medals than Thomas Frank in the bank? There you go. Van der Ven, if it weren't for him yesterday, we'd have been absolutely in shit streak. That mistake by Vicario might have been overcome if the defence managed to defend the goal line like they were supposed to, instead of being 14 foot out. You know what Vicario's like. They should know what Vicario's like. One of them should have been on that line saying his prayers. Simple as that. But that was a terrible mistake from the goalkeeper. Fair play to him for coming out afterwards and coming on TV and taking responsibility. Not like the manager. In fact, he shrugged the blame and said that them booing Spurs fans aren't true Spurs fans. Mate, we can all have a pop at Spurs fans, right? I can have a pop at Spurs fans because I've been Spurs since I was a little kid, yeah? They understand that if I'm having a pop at them, they ain't going to take it too bad, are they? You know what I mean? A fellow fucking just a wanker YouTuber ain't going, they're shrugging off their shoulders. When the manager says they're not true Spurs fans, you can't say that. You can't say that. They were booing because them poor bastards, some of them have paid so much money to be there 8 o'clock at night. Some of them have bought season tickets for £2.5 grand. So what does that work out? £762 a game to see your team win. That is taking the piss. We should be winning more. I don't mind the odd loss. I don't mind the odd rebuilding loss, and don't mind none of that. But to see this yesterday, you know, and we've got games thick and fast now in December, and nothing's gonna make it right now, is it? Nothing's gonna make it right. Everyone's calling for Thomas Frank said. And then you've got the other quarter of the fan base don't want to see another rebuild. Well, you're going to have to see another rebuild. Simple as that. Until someone appoints a proper manager with a proper outlook on what he wants to do and can put the team in a proper position, i.e. formidable at home, then we're going to have to suffer another rebuild, aren't we? You know, and if we keep this one, he's going to have to step up. Going to have to proper step up and prove everybody wrong. But that yesterday, and see what wound me up was Poro. He's wound me up for the last couple of games now. Have we overplayed him? I don't think so. I think we might have overhyped him a little bit because these crosses in, some of them are absolutely beautiful. And what's that? 1 out of every 35 crosses? 1 out of 40? It might even be worse than that. I've not looked at the stats. What positives can you take out of that game? Bergvall, Van der Ven, Mawani. They're the positives I took out of that game. Throwing all them substitutions on sort of made me realise that he was starting to shit the bed. When a manager starts throwing on that many substitutions, he was shitting the bed because he knows you can't keep this form up at home as a new manager and keep your job. And you know what? I'd hate for him to lose a job. I'd hate for anybody to lose a job at Christmas. The most depressing time to lose a job, even if you're getting paid high money. But to get paid the big money, you need to play the big games and win them. That's the job you're in. That's the game you're in. What did you think, subscribers? I'll try to be positive. Thomas Frank has never been my cup of tea, so I'm like on the fence person. I'm neither against him, I'm neither for him. I'm the fan who's sitting there on the fence saying, prove me wrong, Thomas Frank. Prove me wrong. I'm not going to compare him to the last manager. 2 totally different styles. But you're going to have to compare him to something. You're going to have to... He can't come on one press conference and say, yeah, but last year you got 17th. And mathematically, we've only got 3 more losses and everyone wins. And we could be near that. Again, is it the case of 17th and we get a cup again? But what cup are we going to get this time? Are we going to get the Costa's Coffee Cup of the Week award? For trying. Ange sort of reversed the Spursy title a little bit. And we just got it back again. I'm just... Have a word. Have a word, Thomas Frank. Have a word with yourself. There's definitely something wrong. I'm not of the school that Levy brought Thomas Frank in either. He might have been there when Thomas Frank was appointed. I've got a feeling there was more to this Levy leaving than meets the eye. I really do. Was it the appointment of Thomas Frank? Levy thought, I'm going to be a bit more fucking mouthy about this. I'm going to be a bit more mouthy about Lange and Paratici. Did he really like them? We can't rely on all these ITK people and people who know people because it's all bullshit. But wouldn't you just love to know the proper truth about the last season and leading up to it, you know? Then you could make a fair observation. But as such, we're just YouTube idiots fucking sitting here waffling on our own little opinion, hoping that someone watches. Simple as that. Anyway, have a good one. Baked potato. Come on, you Spurs, they say. I've never said that when I was a kid. Ever. You know, I'm going to drop it because I don't like it. I'm just going to say, you know me. We fight another day. When did that come on, this Coys business? It was never a thing when I was a kid, Coys. Coys. Is it a... No, it was never a thing when I was a kid. It was either up the Spurs Or you'd army. When I was a kid. Anyway, Porto, next time he's on the pitch, fans want to shout, Conyo, 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 because that's what he is. Not that I'm telling you how to swear at him in his own language or that, but that's what I'm doing. Have a good one. Take care. Love you loads. Thanks for watching. And whatever your opinion on our Spurs, I'm with you. It's time for the management and the chairman and the football team to actually talk to each other, and it's time for us digital idiots just to keep quiet and see what's going on. You know what I mean? That's what it's time for. I've got no time for digital media or would've, could've, should've. Can't do that, won't do that. Fuck that, you know what I mean? Ain't my cup of tea. Have a good one. Take care. Love yous.
Our fans booed at him straight after, and a few times he touched the ball. It can't be true. Tottenham fans, because everyone support each other when you're on the pitch and when do everything we can to perform. After, fair enough to boo him, no problem, but not during. That's unacceptable in my opinion.
Come and get your black bin bags. They're on offer till December. Come and get your black bin bags. They're long and black and slender. Heavy duty black bin bags. No matter what your gender. Heavy duty black bin bags. Whether by or straight or bender. Heavy duty black bin bags. Something to remember. Just rip with me and tear with me right now. Just rip with me and tear with me right now. Fill them up now.